You're an angel. You're an angel from above. Never waver in your love. Lucifer was from there too. Did he look a lot like you? And I wonder, around and around, and I wonder, around and around. Met a woman, what can I say? Different places, different fate. Talked with her, but not a thing. Wouldn't listen, not a ring. And I wonder, around and around, and I wonder, around and around. You're an angel from above, never waver in your love. Lucifer was from there too. Did he look a lot like you?
Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today is January the 18th, 2024, and it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. There are so many different references that I make in these short, condensed presentations that I know resonate with you, and for some reason, it seems like we're still not 100% supportive of one another. Now, I cannot wholeheartedly support destruction and devastation. And so I tend to do what I can to bring things back to order, make things work. If they were broken, try to fix them. And that same thing goes for conversations. Today, as a matter of fact, I went to put some mail in the mailbox, and what was so interesting about that was as I was walking out, that's when the postal delivery person was there collecting and distributing mail. So had I gone any later, I wouldn't have been able to put that message out. It wouldn't have gotten to you at the time that it got to you, for whatever reason it got to you at this time. That's why you're watching this message. Whether you got a piece of mail or not, you got the delivery. We're all theoretically looking at one another either as an angel or as a fallen angel. And the irony of it is that the judgment is not up to you or I. And so that, I believe, is where conversationally some conversations begin and many are ended. When you speak the truth, you tend to limit your audience. And so I appreciate you very much for joining this limited audience, subscribing to this channel. I know that it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but it is something that is worth at least mentioning. You know, just like the helicopter or airplane that was just flying over right now. There are these little idiosyncronicities, just like in the last video, that tend to touch on an energy that some of us don't recognize. Today I was watching a presenter who put out a beautiful video, and they were walking on a very icy surface, on at least a snowy surface while they were talking. And several times when they touched on this subject, there was a little bit of a schism, you know, a little bit of a shift. And the presenter never fell down. They kept going, just like I'm doing right now, kept going. And they kept, despite the airplanes and, you know, random deliveries and all kinds of different things that are going on, they kept going. And they kept focusing on what was important to discuss. Now, in my realm, when I think about all of what we can support around us, that is all inclusive, and sometimes, very often, it includes nature. So you see some plants in my proximity. These plants are going to stay in overnight for 2 more nights because we freeze two nights from now. Tonight it's not going to freeze. Theoretically, these plants could go out, but tomorrow night it will freeze, minor freeze. But just to be on the side of providing a comfortable experience to those that are around me, those that also nurture me. Look at this plant and all the different fruit that it's bearing. Those that nurture me, I nurture. And you can see the fruit on the vines around us, even within our own conversational opportunities. The other day I was talking with a great friend of mine who kept telling me over and over, oh, that sounds very uncomfortable to go to a place like my favorite place on earth, Big Bend National Park. And they couldn't stand but try to just present it in a negative way to me because of their own perspective. And throughout that, I kept offering opportunities for them to go to my favorite place with me so that they could have an experience that maybe wasn't so uncomfortable. Because I would try to make sure that we would plan it out, so that we weren't there during the most severe, intense weather that's possible. Nobody wants to go into an uncomfortable situation. However, some people like to film those type of events or document those type of events. For an example, I have another great friend who loves to take pictures of lightning and fireworks. And they showed me how to capture nighttime shots of the Milky Way. And it was beautiful. And so during those experiences, because they love to capture lightning, I would travel with them. And in one particular instance, I could have sworn that we were in a minor tornado, like a F0 or an F1 or something like that, because the wind almost felt like it was going to lift us up off the ground. It definitely was about to lift my tripod with the equipment that was on it. But I weigh a little bit more than a camera and a tripod. There's a little bit more matter to me than many of the things around me that I'm given the opportunity to nurture. And even because of that reason, some people look at me and see an imposing figure, a bully. Even the way that I speak passionately about these things could be seen as bullying. But I want to assure you that my creative streak has continued, and I continue to ponder these circumstances as if maybe I am at fault for having so many conversations falter and sputter out and not come to completion, not come to fruition. But on the other hand, I want to give you the opportunity, again, to think for yourselves and wonder if maybe we're all not fallen angels and we're all not trying to come to a conclusion that allows for healing within ourselves. If we're not healing within ourselves, we're talking about the same exact things that we were talking about the last time we were talking. If we're not growing, then we're not providing any new content. And again, in one particular case, someone who is definitely listening right now was trying to talk with me about something that we had talked about before. They were stuck in a situation monetarily. They were stuck in a situation that was exactly the same, even requesting the same type of help as the last time we talked. The same value, let's call it. They were requesting the exact same value. And just as an example, let's say it was a couple of $100 in order to figure out how they were going to pay certain bills so they could continue to live in comfort. Well, I've got to tell you, the first thing that we have to do to change our uncomfortable situation is accept the discomfort and start to figure out, why is it uncomfortable? Why is the conversation with so-and-so uncomfortable? What is it that I'm not hearing from this person? And why am I not hearing it? Is it a judgment? Because again, if it's a judgment, we have to really stop and wonder, are we an angel from above like Lucifer that fell to the earth in order to have the opportunity to explore these possibilities of conversation one more time? I don't know. What I do know is that I continue to experience joy and a lot of adventure. Whether it feels comfortable to other people's perceptions or not, it has been an absolute pleasure to bring to you the content that I've brought to you, and to bring to you the conversations that I've brought to you, and also to receive the content and the conversations that you have brought to me. So I look forward to additional conversations, fresh content, and things coming to fruition, and for us nurturing to nurture one another and all of the things in our proximity. Till next time, thank you so much for listening. Peace, love, and all that old school stuff.
You're an angel from above, never waver in your love. Lucifer was from there too. Did he look a lot like you? And I wonder, around and around, and I wonder, around and around. Met a woman, what can I say? Different places, different fate. Talked with her, but not a thing. Wouldn't listen, not a ring. And I wonder, around and around, and I wonder, around and around. You're an angel from above, never waver in your love. Lucifer was